Ooh, we're hungry and tired. Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to some more Let's Play Pathologic. In the last episode, we finally got into the cemetery, and we found it is indeed a bit chaotic. People are walking around just randomly within there. There's worms running back and forth. Looks like they're in a panic. There are people still on the ground in agonizing pain. I suppose their bodies are recovering from the horrific disease. It also sounds like the upper part of the cemetery has been sealed off from the lower part of the cemetery. We met the leader of the cemetery now. A little girl. She can't be older than like 8. Tai-Cheek is her last name. And she is leading all the forces within the cemetery. And she wanted us to tell the Olgimsky responsible for sealing the cemetery to come and visit her, because they want to have a little chat about what they did. This is this is basically a death sentence to whichever Olgimsky I decide to send there. So I'm going to talk about that in a few more minutes. And so we came back out. Well, I'm sorry. We had another quest as well while we were in there to figure out which worms were creating a fake panacea and put a stop to it. And we discovered that they were apparently doing this because of the orders or because of the actions of Vlad the Younger, who bought all the safe panacea, the type of drug which has no ill effects, supposedly. I guess it does not wound you for taking it, but it also rids you of the disease, this sand pest, assuming you get infected with it. And so we are now at the point where we have we have got some little bit of information from Vlad the Younger about why he did what he did. He wanted to buy all of the panacea. It cost him quite a bit of money because he knows that the market for this was going to exist anyway. He wanted to control it to make sure it wouldn't get too out of hand, and he wanted to, I think, keep it separate from the fake panacea. This way there wouldn't be a huge rush on this drug and have both good and bad types present within it. I kind of agree with that attitude, with that action. There we go. And so before we go ahead and take a look at that, I want to read about what our quests currently are. So let's read about the black market a little bit. So I just summed this up. Let's go ahead and read this last paragraph here. Yes, people do change a lot. Before, I was convinced that this man was beyond salvation. I thought that nothing less than death would make the leopard change its spots. But I see a new man before me now. His former self has died, but not before he gave the entirety of his panacea stock to Mark Immortel. So we need to visit Mark Immortel to see if what Vlad the Younger told us was the truth. And we also need to, that's right, we need to speak with Capella as well. Why are we doing this again? The emissaries from the... Oh, right, because we visited Eva Jan's, or rather, what used to be Eva Jan's place, our home, at the request of Anya, the dancer who's now in charge of it. And she let us... when we showed up, the people who were there waiting for us were the dogheads, the children from the tower. And they were under the impression that we would help give them drugs and help them figure out a way to keep themselves safe if they desire to leave the tower. They themselves are saying that there's no problem in the tower. The tower is completely fine. There are no infected children in that location. And so we're off to talk to Capella to verify that. Supposedly she will know. And this is today's quest where we have to tell Vlad the Younger that he is going to go to the cemetery and submit himself to their punishment, which I can only imagine is death, in order to allow us to access the abattoir. Now, 2 things before we do this. One of my viewers and commenters, Sedia, thank you very much, by the way, for leaving the comment. Let me know that it's possible to send the older Vlad to the cemetery instead of the younger one. Now that I know this information, I think we will send the... See, it's possible to save both of them, I mean, I could just tell Vlad the Younger, don't go. We could fail today's quest, and then one of my own bound would be infected or dead. And that, I believe, would be Peter Stamatin, based on the name I see when I pop up the adherence list. I think this is the guy that something bad will happen to him if I do not send either Vlad there. When I last ended this video, I had asked what you guys thought about sending an Olgimsky to their death. Vlad the Younger in particular, because I did not realize we could send Vlad the Older. This is a difficult choice for me to make, because I actually think the Olgimskis did the right thing, because the entire town probably would have died if they hadn't locked up the cemetery to prevent all of those people from getting out. Because even if a handful of them have the disease, it will start to spread, and then it will infect everyone here in the town, wiping out the town. And the cemetery would still have the same basic issue, right? They'd still have the infection. It would still spread everywhere within there. I guess maybe a handful of people could have gotten out and fled to the steppe, but I still think the vast majority of people would have died. So, in classic Tim style, what I'm going to do is this. Hear that? I have two six-sided dice in my hand. I have a light blue one and a dark blue one. If the light blue one rolls higher than the dark blue one, what I will do is I will not send either Olgimsky to the cemetery. I will instead tell them this is a trap, do not go there, you're just going to die. Even if that means that so instead of either of the Olgimskis dying, we might lose Peter Stamatin instead. If the dark blue one rolls higher, though, I'll roll these dice again. And if the light blue one rolls higher at that point, I will send Vlad the Younger to his death. Otherwise, we'll send Vlad the Older. So, let's go ahead. Then do this. I don't have my webcam on, or I try to record this, but you'll have to trust me. I'm not lying. If it's a tie, I'll just re-roll. No ties allowed. We had to make a choice. Darker wins. One of them's going. Okay. So, which one is the one I send? Lighter wins. It's the Younger.
What?
I've come to relay an order issued by a little girl. That's just lovely. Are you talking about Murky? No. One Taya Taichik. Do orders come from beyond the grave now? Summons even? You're not so far from the truth. Are you joking? She really wants to see the person who ordered the cemetery closed, as far as I understand, and I'm not the only person she's asked for assistance with this matter. Barack will probably ignore her request, but as for Clara... Yes. I must go there immediately. If I don't, they'll kill my father. Please, warn him. Tell him not to go to the cemetery under any circumstances. I shall go immediately. I must come to them before my father beats me to it. That is very honorable of you. I'll warn your father and follow you as soon as I can. Hopefully I'll get a chance to speak in your defense. Okay, I did not hear this get updated. Okay. Also, another commenter, viewer of mine, Destruction42K, indicated that I apparently don't actually have to give antibiotic to these people to keep them alive. But I'm going to do that anyway. I think it makes sense that we would do so from a gameplay mechanic. I was under the impression that the antibiotic will slow the disease and keep them alive. Otherwise, the disease, it seems to depend on just random chance or something of that sort. Hold on. We're gonna run through. Okay, my current plan is to run through this looted district, visit Ruben's Prosecorium really quick, and then we will go back up to the other Olgimskis. Oh, I can't. I can't even assist. We have a rat behind us. And more rats. Hello, sir. You have a good day burning stuff. We haven't seen Ruben today. Ruben's actually gone. Do I still have my blood? Oh, this is interesting. Okay. So things I store here are kept here. That's good to know. All right, we'll just keep everything there then. Oh, we're hungry and we're tired. Why don't we go ahead and deal with a little bit of this? So we will have some of our food, and we will have 2 coffees. That'll keep us awake and reasonably well fed. Yeah, so apparently I guess I don't need to really give antibiotic, and it's just if we want to see the person inside the building, we can give them antibiotic. And we knew that based on the fact that that's what we've been doing. But I'm still going to give them 1 antibiotic every day. I think, again, that makes sense for me to do thematically to keep them alive, even if we don't have to do it mechanically in the game. And I see the 2 kids, but it would make more sense for me to go to Capella and then Vlad the Elder.
It's hard for us to believe in things that lie outside of our scope.
They say, young lady, that you are somewhat skeptical towards the peculiar qualities of this, polyhedron. And who says that? Its inhabitants. That is not how it is. You cannot ignore the obvious. The tower does manage to perform truly breathtaking feats. And yes, by the way, I am sure that the disease, being of particular interest to you, or any other evil from outside, cannot get into the tower whatsoever. It is evil enough on its own. I'd like to know more about its inherent evil, young lady. I admit that the tower can perform miracles, but I do not believe it is miraculous by nature. It's dead, you see. It does not live. That is why it can do what it does. A living person would just see how blasphemous it is. So what does it do? It seems to somehow affect the eternal state of a person, and so the wonderful but fleeting things, such as dreams, love, an accidental concurrence of fantasies, obsession with desires, or mystical games, all of these things last forever inside, against their evanescent nature. Incredible. Are you laughing at me? Not in the slightest. That's exactly why the children are so fond of it. All of their wonderful games, the magical places, the journeys towards outer worlds, all the wonders of childhood are concentrated in the tower, and they never leave. You are laughing at me. It allows you to come back, say, to a particular dream, or a forgotten game, but most importantly, it allows you to do so in someone else's company. You can bring a person, or even persons, I believe, into your dream. They can see your reverie through your own eyes. They can fall in love with what you love. If there's even a shred of truth to what you're saying, then it is indeed astonishing. Yes, the tower preserves childhood together with all its magic. But you cannot grasp a miracle and hold on to it mechanically. You cannot treat the miraculous like that. A miracle can only reveal itself through a living person, like my mother, and be born of magical power, not of rationale. So does the tower do it rationally? The Canes have set up a seditious experiment. The Stamatans brag that they have overcome the laws of gravity and Euclidean geometry, whilst in reality it was the Canes who took it upon themselves to attack the laws of sorcery and miraculous powers that stumble upon our world from time to time. While the Stamatans were building ladders, the Canes were creating foci. And what's wrong with that? Isn't it wonderful? I don't know. You are brave, and my duty dictates caution. It's getting more and more frightening by the minute. The reckoning is yet to come, if it hasn't already. The tower defies the very nature of miracles, you see. It imprisons them. That's why the wisest children have already left it. How curious. Which ones? Apart from you, that is. Taya Taichik, for instance. A 5-year-old kid worshipped by the kin. She's 5. I thought she was 8. They call her the Mother Superior. She was merely a careless Kidling in the tower, and now she's in charge of the cemetery and the 5,000 souls inside. Have you been there already, by the way? I'm worried about her. I have. If you happen to come by, please give her this medicine and tell her that me personally, it's important that I told her to take it if she ever feels unwell. She will trust me. Otherwise, they'll keep taking those horrible yellow pills, the only ones they acknowledge. Sure, and this tower story of yours was most engaging. I'm very happy I've decided to drop by. Please come by later and tell me how it went. It means the world to me. Alright. We got some new drugs. Ferromycium. I think this is this the one that actually kills the antibiotic? No, it does not. Is it harmful to health?
To go out in the night.
Very harmful to health. Oh, maybe she wants Tara to die. And so that's why she gave us that drug. Capella asked me to give the medicine to Warden Taichik's little daughter, this extraordinary child whom the beastly crowd of primates obey and serve as they would serve a little goddess. Apparently, the children's mysterious influence in the town extends much further than the Kane family.
What? These thugs were brought here by Block? The national hero? Rubbish.
I advise you to stay clear of the cemetery, Vlad. Well, I have never been particularly eager to visit it. Why would I? It seems like its dwellers are all too eager to bring to account the person who's caused them so much harm. Once again, they see the root of all evil in me. I think there's no need for you to hurry. Okay. I suppose we should, since we're kind of close to it, just go right to the town theater. I'm going to feel really bad having sent Vlad the Younger to his death if it turns out he did indeed do a very noble act with what he did right here. And he is being very noble trying to protect his father. As well from the disease. Sorry, from being killed. Hello, all you sick people, don't mind me. I'm working my way through hell and high water in order to get to this place and talk to Mark Immortel. Mark, good morning.
What?
See who my audience is now? They rarely applaud, they never call encore, but they also never boo us. And as you can see, we have a full house every night. Tell me, has Lord Gibson the Younger really sold you several vials of panacea? He didn't even sell them. He gave them to me basically for free, or maybe for a token payment. You know, I never expected something like this from him. I would suspect an intricate and crafty scheme on his part, but I think I also have changed. So I believe him. Incredible. Oh, wait. Did Vlad really let someone else have his panacea? I didn't believe him. Yeah, he's given his panacea to the girls that have once almost died through his fault. At least he thinks so now. Actually, it's very typical of a person of his temper in a situation like this. He's giving his possessions away with a firm and steady hand. Paying the old debts. Who are these girls? We know who they are, right? They're the bound. Oh, fine. He gave it to the girls, to Yulia, Lara, and the third one that begs to keep her name secret under any circumstances, Anna. Think of them as 3 parcre. I see. Thank you, Mark. What is going on? Are they playing tricks on me again? It shouldn't be hard to tell. Mark gave the panacea to those whose lives were most in immediate peril, namely Lara, Yulia, and some individual who expressed a desire to remain incognito. Honestly, she didn't have to take the trouble, this individual. Yeah, we know who she is already. Well, I guess since we're here, we will swing up past Lara's and see if she has anything new to say. I don't think we stopped by her earlier. We did much earlier in the morning, but I don't know if I stopped by after 7:30 to check and see if there was a executor out in front of her house. So we should do that now. Everything here looks good. Let's go ahead and take off our clothes. The little kid could be selling... Oh, there's lots of kids around. But she's running. There must be someone who's burning stuff. And I think I want to talk with most of these kids really quick. Let's fire light, lots of curious things. I don't have anything. Oh my goodness. Never mind. Let's run to Lara Ravel's house. I just want to see if she has anything to say, now that we knew she got a panacea.
It's nice to see you.
Tomorrow, this place will be crawling with soldiers. Oh, what will become of us? And every new rumor I hear contradicts the previous one. Lara, is it true that Vlad the Younger has sold you a panacea? No, it's not. Why do you even have to ask? Are you all trying to torture me on purpose? Lara, I know everything. Just tell me how it went. How much did he make you shell out? Nothing. It wasn't an item to sell. It was a gift. Have you seen the man recently? He's positively transformed. Something's happened to him. I'm good at spotting these things, but has it occurred to you that I may have parted with my panacea already? Yulia, for example, gave hers to Clara. At least, that's what Clara says. So why do you think I haven't done the same? People say the thief has her way of making others part with their belongings. You know what? Please come back tomorrow, and tomorrow we'll talk about it once more. Tomorrow, everything will change. It's about many various intertwining plots and agendas. For now, I don't have a panacea. Sorry. I'll come back tomorrow, fine. By the way, do you by any chance know the unit number of the troops that have been sent here? No, I don't. That's an interesting question. This also means that I should visit Yulia. So we'll go do that as well. And that means going back into the affected district, which means we're wearing our clothes again. How's my immunity? Do I have any immunity drugs? I have plenty of immunity drugs, but I don't need to take any of those. We'll just hope my clothes give me the protection I need. Oh, we just got a letter. The Harospec's choice. The truth reveals itself to me, Onion. I have claimed my father's grievous inheritance. I have made my choice. I believe that the settlement can be saved. It is alive. The kin still lives, even though my father, who was destined to lead it, has died. The kin is nourished and sustained by the earth that knows how to breathe. A new harvest may be nurtured here. I devote my life to service of the kin, just as the lines of my family enjoin me to. I will change this town. It will be reborn to live anew. Victoria Olgimskaya, the White Mistress, will breathe life into it. The fallen families will be replaced by those marked by the sign of the spirits. Children they are. Tarataichik, Chieftain Notkin, Blessed Grace, Urchins Murky and Sticky, and, possibly, one more whom I did not yet get to meet. He goes by the name of Khan. If they survive, so will the town. If you want the town to live, just like I do, then help me, or at least don't interfere with my actions. Woe is you if any one of the children dies, for they are meant to inherit the earth. Arnemi Barak, the Harospects. Okay. Right, we're swinging by past Yulia's. As I get caught on the smallest ledge in the world, and we got touched. We got touched, but I don't think it diseased us. Things like that where my character won't walk over a 2-inch step is really annoying. We did get touched. We lost quite a bit of immunity, but we're still okay. Thank goodness I was wearing the clothes. And game, you owe me another reload for that.
My chest seems to be filled with cotton wool.
Tell me, Yulia, is it true that Vladimir gave you a vial of panacea? So this is the panacea after all. Incredible. Could be... Wait a minute. Something awful has just occurred to me, thanks to you. Don't worry about it. Not that I ever took it seriously. A pretty vial and hardly anything more than that. What did Vlad the Younger say about it? He told me that Barak has managed to compound a cure. He said that I should drink the contents of the vial if I started to feel unwell. It is interesting to note that he warned me quite deliberately against telling Clara about it. I gave him a nod of absent-minded consent, and what do you know? The very next morning, Clara was at my doorstep. I'm not gonna take the panacea from her. I'm not. I'm just not going to do that. That seems like a very mean thing to do, especially if it's a true panacea. We might need them to cure our bound, but this is just... No. I refuse to do so. Thank you. Don't hurry to drink it, Yulia. Its origin is unclear. You know what? Come back here tomorrow. We'll be able to hold a much more productive discussion then, which may be of some use to us both. Meanwhile, I need to think. You see, everything that went on is rather curious in the light of certain theories I entertain. Numbers, equations, calculations of possibility, everything you don't seem to be too fond of yourself. Very well. I'll be back tomorrow. Alright, wow, okay. I guess we should talk with Anna Angel then. Because she'll probably tell us the same thing, right? Eva's dead, so it's not like she was given a panacea. Oh, panacea. In fact, she wasn't even asked to go into one of the buildings, if I recall correctly. Hello, sir. You have pins. I want both of the pins. I said I want both of the pins. All right. Do I give these pills to Tai Cheek? Again, this could be a trap for her to get her to kill her. Although I like Capella, she has a good head on her shoulders, given her age. We've been used in the past to do things that we shouldn't do, and it strikes me as this might be another such instance. Alright, well, we'll swing past Anna's, and then we'll go back into the cemetery. What time is it? Nearing 3 o'clock. I suppose we'll visit the tavern again, just to see if they've restocked on their supply of coffee and what have you. I could have sworn that it has restocked, like, once during this playthrough, even though I visited the place earlier that day. It is not. I still might be correct, but I can't prove it. Alright, we don't need the clothes on any longer. And I doubt Anna will want to give up the panacea. Not that, again, I have no intention of taking it from her.
Have you met ominous people in circus?
It was not her. Possibly it was Aspity then. But I'm going to go into the cemetery next. I see the rat. We're going to just despawn it. Oh, something else as well. Sadia pointed out that I missed a quest right inside the cemetery. So we're going to actually try to figure out where that's located. So I'm always a bit torn when it comes to gaining information of that sort, since I do... Once I understand the game mechanics, I guess I don't really mind, like, missing a quest or something of the sort. Because I just view it, you know, okay, I missed it, so be it. That's all there is to it. However, I almost started over from the very beginning in this playlist. because of a missed quest. Remember, there was a quest we could have done at the very, very beginning of the game to give us a schmouder for basically nothing, and also search a house and get some more supplies. And I did not realize it was a thing we could have done. And so we're one schmouder short, and arguably some other miscellaneous gear as well, because we did not start over when I actually lost day 3's main quest. Was it day 3 or was it day 4 main quest? I think it was day 3. Okay, so... is it here? So many dead people. I still can't believe people live in this... Artemy! Hey, Artemy!
The Inquisitor has turned her gaze to the abattoir. No good will come of it.
You shouldn't have come, Onion. It's dangerous here. You're not used to dealing with them. What are you doing here, Barack? I went to the abattoir and came back with something of value. Listen to me, Onion. If my hope proves to be true, we'll have a serum by tomorrow. That's some news! So what was that thing you came back with? Blood. Blood again. I'm not ready to say where I got it, but it may very well be what stock work on. Only better. It's still alive. Look, if it has, you know, what, antibodies? Yes, antibodies. You already know what living bacteria look like, as well as dead ones. Stock told me about that. I think it won't be too hard for you to establish what this blood does to the infection. So, you just want me to examine this blood under a microscope, just that? If you study this blood, Onion, tomorrow I'll hand you a dose of functional panacea. And if you prove this is the blood we need, might be I hand the panacea to you today. I trust your word. Is this convincing enough for you? It is. Where do I find you? I'll be around here. Still have a hell of a lot to do. If there's trouble, I'll let you know. Then we should meet in that basement under the corpulent workshop. Alright. A new quest.
Just wash your hands of it.
Tell me, how do I get into the abattoir? The gates are blocked with boulders from the inside. When the time comes, butchers roll them aside. You can find a way in after that. Wait for the right moment. And when are the boulders rolled aside? At what time? There is some kind of regularity, but I haven't cracked it yet. Tried to squeeze it out of Mother Superior, but she's only fooling around. I can never understand if she's serious or not. Are they going to be open today? There's a massive butcher feud inside. They're fighting each other. Something displeased them quite a bit. I might have played a part in it, I'm afraid. The Mother Superior claims that everything should quiet down after midnight. Maybe about 2 o'clock they'll roll away the boulder blocking the main entrance. They'll let you in after that if the Mother allows it. Why are they fighting? Yesterday, after they were released, they had a council of sorts. Today they split in half. Some demand the foreman's death. Others, it seems, want to have their way with the Ogimski. In all honesty, I'm confused and don't have a slightest idea what's happening. The Mother says there was a fierce battle in there. But you've been to the cemetery before. Yes, I have. But don't ask me who let me in. What are you afraid of? I'm not afraid of anything. But way too many people died right in front of me these last few days. Not of the plague, but rather by malicious will of those too keen to execute their idea of justice. You know what I mean. Yes, I understand. All too well.
The Inquisitor has turned her gaze to the abattoir. No good will come of it.
I got quite a letter from you, by the way, Artemy. Blackmail, is it? Not at all. Just keeping you informed. I see. Let's see. The vial that Barack gave me is strangely heavy and warm to the touch. I wonder what is inside. I need to study the contents under the microscope immediately. Well, I guess we can do that then. So let's go back to Rubens. because I have a hunch we need to come back to the cemetery afterwards. And I want all, you know... A really difficult part about this game is knowing the order in which you should do things and then properly routing it. I'm a big fan of watching various speed runs of games, especially competitions. There's a channel on YouTube called Speed Gaming, and I like watching, for instance, their Hollow Knight. I'm going the wrong way. Their Hollow Knight. We'll make this work. Their Hollow Knight competitions, and it's all about routing different checks in a certain order in order to save you time, so you beat your opponent. And this game strikes me as being somewhat similar to that. You need to properly route where you're going to be very efficient at it, because you don't want to have to double back and forth through areas. Oh, I don't want to have to fight you. Like right now, like I went to Stock Ruben's place earlier, right? And there was nothing there. Unfortunately, we shouldn't have gone there when we did, because we're going right back there now. So it's a shame I poked even my head into that location. That can't be helped. We're gonna stick to the river, and I see the little girl walking ahead of us. We want to talk with her. What time is it? Feels like it's getting very close to 4. Should be close to 5:30 by the time we're back at Ruben's. Hold on there, miss. I need a moment of your time. Thank you. I just want to see what you have for sale. Just shotgun bullets. So, I have not played that other Bachelor of mine in almost a month now. You might remember, but I began playing through the game again on my other computer with the promise that I would not get past where I currently am in the game, because I wanted to experience all this with you guys for the first time. And hold on, I want to talk with one of these guys to get some bandages. And this is where, or when, I picked up a bunch of lore about the town. I began realizing that it's very important for you to visit locations that you have not been to before. And even if they don't have a quest for you, visit them anyway. Hello, little one. What's in your pockets? No matter alpha tablets. No, I'm not willing to trade for the alpha tablets. I don't think I am. What do you have? Bullets. These are worth 1 each to you? They are. 1, 2. Oops, that's a bit too much. But I haven't fired up since. I have like 20 pages of notes about what people were telling me, the names of different districts, any thoughts and ideas the townsfolk had, my notes about what people were telling me and if I think they were lying or not. I haven't even fired it up again. I think because I'm beginning to understand a little bit more of the lore just as I talk, and I'm trying to pay attention a little more to what people are telling me as I'm running around in the town. It'd be neat though if I do finish that, if I come up with some large document where I write down what everyone was saying. Okay, so where is that vial? Oh, this does look a little different. Look at the cells here. Okay, so I'm going to assume that's all we needed to do. I'm also going to assume that we need the blood, so we're going to bring it back with us. And maybe we'll use our rifle outside, especially if the enemy's distracted. The difference between the pistol and the rifle is that the rifle looks like it does more damage, but it only has 1 bullet in it, and then you have to put another one in, and then obviously you have to reload, everything of the sort, and that takes time. And so the only question is, do you think you'll have time to do that in the middle of a firefight with the rifle? Because if you don't think you will, then it's not in your best interest to use it. Use the pistol instead. Does a little less damage. 2 hits seem to kill an enemy with a pistol. Maybe I should visit a looted house today. You know, no, Aspides is too far away. I'm trying to think of the other girl. I actually thought it was Anna Angel, but apparently it is not Anna Angel. So it must be Aspide. Or it could be Grace. Could be Grace. I don't recall Aspide or Grace, though, being amongst those who risk their lives. Sorry, I thought we were in a looted district, and we were, so I thought I could enter that house, but I couldn't. I'm totally despawning that rat. Am I wearing my clothes? We are not, okay. Let's wear the clothes then. Actually, why, Tim? You're not walking through an infected district. He's one of those proud, smug guards walking around with his hand behind his back, like, yep, I'm a guard. I'm fast. Good damage with meaty fists. We are not where I want to be. I'm too far to the east. Nope. Wasn't ready to see you. We'll just leave. We'll do a celebratory looting spree, maybe after we're done with today's quest. How we looking? Could probably use some more food. I always wonder if I'm wasting money by buying more food so often, since we do still have our rations. Thank you, good sir. Alright. Well, then again, Tim, that requires you running back to your stash, which I don't know if you have time for. I'm also glad that those arsonists don't just simply attack us. That's really nice, that we can simply avoid them. Alright, back here at the cemetery. What time is it, Tim? Sorry, looking at the real clock. Almost 5. You were a bit wrong. You made it back here an hour earlier than you thought. Okay, Artemy is not here. Where did he go? Where did he go? So, the basement of that building. Maybe he's back where he was originally held prisoner, would be my guess. So once again, I did things incorrectly in that I ran back here. I should have wrapped up these quests instead. Oh, the Snow Butcher. By the way, are these guys still here? It's been more than 30 minutes, you jerks. You're supposed to be gone by now. So they ignored me, and they did not they did not stop their operation. So let's see if we can talk with the Mother Superior about it. Oh, I don't see Vlad the Younger anywhere here.
They never show me anything. They won't let me outside.
I've delivered your message to Gimski the Younger. He promised to come. He did come. What have you done to him? We had him locked up for now. Fair's fair. He locked us up. Now it's our turn. We'll see how it goes. Can I talk to him? No. Tell the butchers to let me in, please. I will. You'll get the rite of passage. Come back half an hour before midnight. The boulder will be rolled away. Good. This is good.
Misfortunes never come alone. That's what Dad used to say.
Victoria sent these drugs to you. She said you must take them if you ever feel unwell. Are you sure? It's not real medicine. I still don't understand the flip-flopping between Capella and Victoria as the name for the youngest Olgimski. I still don't understand it. Well, Capella told me you should take them if you ever get sick, alright? Well, alright. But only because Capella says so. I would swallow a bumblebee for her. That's a good girl. Oh, reputation gain is what you get for that. We don't need any of it, so. The cemetery and the polyhedron. These polarized structures stand at opposite ends of the town. They are antithetic of each other, regardless of your perspective. I failed to protect the cemetery, and have neglected the Tower of Children. I can only hope that it does not fall into the same mistake. Okay, well, now we have some time to waste. Let's, I guess, go back out and look for Vlad. I'm sorry, Artemy. So Vlad the Younger, it doesn't sound like he's died, but he's been imprisoned. Maybe they imprisoned him with the disease to see if he would survive it, considering that that's what he did to all these people. Alright, and we're not getting into the abattoir until 30 minutes before midnight. That is a bit ridiculous. There you have it. So we'll have to wait. We'll have to wait. So I suppose that means we're now on the quest for Artemy. Let's save the game. So, and it's still very early in the day, kind of. It's 5:16. We've got 6 hours of in-game time. So let's do a celebratory looting of a building. I'm not sure what type of building we should loot either. Let's... Well, okay, I have to get back down to the warehouse district, I think, right? Is that where Artemy is? I think that's where he is. So, why don't we swing down through the boneyard? And if I can make it into one of these buildings, we will do that. Oh, I also don't need the clothes. Oh, good, I'm not wearing them. Let's search one of these buildings. Let's search one of these ones. We'll see what the inside of it looks like. I'm quick saving a whole lot today. Hello, guard. Don't mind me. We missed our first shot, which is a shame. That's usually a big hit when we take one from one of them. Oh, wow, it was indeed, especially not wearing any clothes. Let's put on the clothes to help protect us. That guy took off half our hit points, just like that. I guess they're using those crowbars we see them wielding. Let's also swap to our pistol. Oh, well, should be nothing in this place. That'd be a miserable trade. We got 2 crowbars and about 800 coins so far. We've used 2 bullets. There's a 3rd floor here. That's good to know. Also means that there'll be another looter up there. Some crackers. Wow, game. If this is going to be the only thing you give me for looting the place, that's really mean. 2 alpha tablets and 3 coins. So far, this has not been worth it whatsoever. Okay, but there isn't another looter. Five more coins, nothing else there. Some disposable gloves and some other drugs. More gamma tablets. A vial of water. And that's it. This was not really worth it, in my opinion. Yeah, this building was not worth searching. We did not make out well here. We didn't cover the cost of our equipment, the bullets that we fired. Okay, so where to next, Tim? Let's worm our way back to Eva. Oh, actually, no. Let's worm our way to Capella's, right? We can rest there. No, you're looking for Artemy, Tim. You don't know where he is. Maybe he's in the pub? I'm not actually sure what basement he's referring to, so we'll check the pub while we're... Actually, first let's walk in here. And, sir, I kind of want to trade. I want to trade. I don't want to hold on to all these individual drugs I'm carrying. But you know what? I bet you I can use this just like I can use the monoseum. This is antibiotic? Yeah, this is antibiotic. Gamma tablets. Maybe we will just hold on to all this. Let's trade our disposable gloves. It's 240. I don't really need them. We did pick up another knife at some point. We'll trade that as... Oh, this has 5 value when trading with a kid. One of the boys who sells drugs. Yeah, let's not trade the dagger. I guess we'll just sell the gloves, get them out of our inventory. I want to visit the tavern really quick, just to verify Artemy is or isn't there. Sorry, I heard that that sound made me think we were getting a note. Hello, little one. Tell me what bullets you have, bullet girl. Shall we trade? A single bullet. Here's a pin for you. I suppose, arguably, if I think about it, we did make a profit because I'm trading pins for bullets and not buying them from bad grief. And Artemy is not here. We know he's not at Rubens. He wasn't back at that building. So I'm going to guess he's in the warehouse. So let's dodge the rat. And make our way to that warehouse. Oh, he sees a... Oh, no! Oh, that's a shame. I wonder if the rat did not actually chase us. I think I had some bandages. That was kind of why I killed this guy, because I really wanted those bandages if he had any on him, and he did. Alright, so we're going to the warehouse district, Tim. You suspect currently you want to be here. I don't know if that was worth 3 bullets either, Tim. You should use the rifle. I want my equipment repaired, but we have a rat to fight if I want to do that. Hello, sir. Let's see how much it costs me. That wasn't so bad, just 1,000. We could use a repair on our clothing as well at this point. Actually, are we wearing clothes? We are. I do wish there was, I think I mentioned this before, I wish there was a better way for me to do the equipment, like some sort of scroll wheel to equip weaponry or what have you. It's somewhat annoying to have to bring up your inventory because it just takes a second to click on them, but that second is a second that the combat's not being paused for. I think that was the building. Oh, no, it's not. Okay. Oh, I have no water left. I only have 1 bottle. So I think, was it this building? Butchering room? No, it was the machine. I'm pretty sure it was the machine. Let's see, can we go into this building anyway? Cannot use lockpicks to get in there. Okay. So, oops, and Tim, you should not have a... You can use a lockpick in combat, I think, but it's an absolutely miserable weapon to use if you must do so. If he's not here, then I don't know really where to go to find Artemy. Did he mention, by the way, where he is? So we did look at it under the microscope, and it does look indeed different. Okay, so we're not getting into this building either. So I don't know where he is. The basement. Maybe he's with Aspity? So let's check Aspity, everyone, and then we'll probably call the session, playing for like 40 minutes or so. I want to check Aspity anyway, on the off chance that she is one of the other girls. Actually, we'll check Aspity. We'll check the basement of her home, see if that's where Artemy is. If he's not there, Aspity doesn't have anything, we'll stop by Grace, see if Grace got the panacea. And if Grace also is the target, we'll stop the video there, and we'll be back in the next video to pick up where we left off. So try to figure out where on Earth Army went. So this is the only building that I'm aware of that is the area looks like it could be a basement. Let's see if I'm correct. Well, yes, I am correct. This does look like a basement, but there's no one in here. We'll go talk with Aspity. Actually, Grace is closer. Talk with Grace first. Should I also be keeping my eye open for when the children get sick? And making sure that they all live based on Artemy's letter? I don't know. The Bachelor and Artemy seem to have gotten along a lot better than Clara and the Bachelor, judging from that first cutscene we
The
received.
grave diggers.
You don't have anything for me, Grace. Sorry. Alright, so Grace is not the girl. So that would leave Aspity. I guess it could have been Clara who actually was sent one, but I would find that odd. That would be an odd occurrence if that was true. What time is it? 7? 7. Tim, it's getting late. So the plan will be to go to... Well, obviously, we're checking Aspity. And then I really, really want to find... Oh, dead end. Oh, right. There was an entrance to the gate. Oh, right there, Tim. I'm completely wrong way. So, I want to find out where Artemy is, and then we need to be at the cemetery by midnight. So we'll try to get a few hours of sleep before that happens, I think. Yep, that's the plan. I think, and the military's arriving today, if I recall correctly, also. Aspity.
Lies always turn out to be true. Don't mess with Earth.
That bitch! She has us all over a barrel. Serve fucking prize. Stop with the swearing. Okay, nope, that's not the girl either. Alright, everyone, so we're gonna stop here. Thank you guys for watching. And we pick back up. We will find Artemy, hopefully. Let him know that blood is indeed what he's looking for, I think. And then make our way to the cemetery. So I'll see you guys then. Take care, everyone, and thanks for watching.